it's weird, isn't it? Because you can believe any psychiatrist that says children's imagination. You'd end up believing that. Well, it's one of the things, isn't it? It depends what you believe in life, but it's easy to believe the wrong thing, is what I'm saying. But then again, it's chaos theory, isn't it?
How beautiful for you to have your father here and telling you how proud he was and how much love he poured into your heart.
Do you know what? He was bloody awkward. Dad was Alan Partridge. He'd insult.
Yeah.
He'd insult, and he kind of didn't mean it, although he did mean it, but it's just highly inappropriate. It was just highly inappropriate. He was awkward. Me and my two brothers never had. He missed out. He missed out on a connection, a proper connection with us. Are you with me? There were fleeting moments. There were times, but Dad had a mental health problem, whatever you want to call it, whatever it was. But
he said he broke down.
But maybe he broke down from an early age. Who knows? But yeah, I can see how it transcended onto us. But God bless him. I'll see him again one day, I'm sure.
Yeah.
There you go. But people come and go, eh?
And you saw Marcus in the
oh yes, I forgot about that one. Oh yes, forgot about that. Yeah.
He wants you to not be so hard on yourself. You keep giving yourself this kicking.
Yeah, I remember what you said there. Do you know what? I got the energy from him that he was just like, you know, when you come across somebody like a nice guy or woman, whatever, just like a nice person. He was generally, well, angelic, like people would say. Go, God, they're nice. They're almost like an angel. It literally was like nothing would faze him whatsoever. As in, well, yeah, but it was all like happy-go-lucky.
He said you need to trust yourself more, and you keep beating yourself up because apparently you destroyed a planet when you were manifesting.
Do you know that popped into my head as if, well, I say as if it popped in my head, and as it popped in my head, it was, I remembered something. I don't know anything about it. Can't picture much, but at all. But there was a knowingness that I'd. It's a bit like you see it on a comedy movie where somebody goes, "Whoops!" It was not that it was comedic, but I can look back now and go, it was almost comedic. Like, oh shit, best not tell anyone. You know, don't press that red button, and I've just pressed it because somebody told me not to. It was almost I'd done a bad thing, you know. But I never saw any visuals to do with it. But hey, who knows?
Well, just imagine yourself in a chemistry class.
Yeah.
And you know, something went wrong, but that doesn't mean to say that all your lessons are.
Indeed.
But you decided to punish yourself, and we're really good at wounding ourselves, aren't we?
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah, you had a nice. Marcus said you need to trust yourself more. A golden angel came to collect you from your.
Yes,
from
it was
your life.
above the forest, above the wooden hut, wooden log cabin. I had a heart attack on the table. I grabbed the table like that, and I smoking at the time. He was smoking more or less every minute. I mean, literally every minute. It was non-stop.
You lived in the Romanian forest with Fiona.
Czechoslovakia, Romania. It was Eastern Europe.
Yeah, you said there was one or a couple of hundred people there.
Yeah, it was a village. Oh, it was good.
Let's have a look.
The first one was surreal. I saw him as really long grey hair, very long, more than shoulder length. Kind of like a beautiful man, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 56-year-old. He was
a warrior,
something guard, and he was outside on a wall going into battle, and he was fighting.
The word guard come up, but it's not. He was kind of a guard, like, you know, protecting people and killing them or whatever.
Yeah.
But his name was almost like. It was almost like Guardian, but anyway.
It was in England, 1650s, in Suffolk.
Yeah, do you know, as when you said where, just like Suffolk, like.
I know it just pops into your head.
Yeah, and there was a lot of things I actually didn't question. I went Suffolk, apparently, I went apparently it's Suffolk, as in I ain't questioning that one. I've been told or whatever it was Suffolk.
These are the kind of things that I like to Google when you go home, because I like to check up.
I would do so. But horses, it's horrible. Horses were being impaled. Well, they would have done that in war. As in, they purposely did that to get the bastards off the horse, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that was one thing I was spotting in terms of, obviously.
You were protecting a wooden fortress.
He was a horse lover, and, you know, obviously it was like, it wasn't just his friends. It was everything getting killed by the.
And you had no family in that life. You were subservient to the masters. And
Yes.
then you went to a life where you were a seaman on ship. You wore a blackberry. It was European. Frederick.
It wasn't. But
1901.
I didn't get a sense of French. It was something else going on. But then again.
Yeah, Europe. You settled in Romania with your wife eventually, didn't you? But you told me that your colleagues on that ship, you were there because you were doing the coal and the engines. You were also transporting. You were a merchant ship. You drank smoke in the evenings, and you had 7 friends. But Tony was very sad and moody. He was depressed but reliable.
Yeah, but people liked him because he was reliable. But then there was another guy, tall guy, and
he's one of your dogs today, Tony. That's what you told me.
Yeah, because of the eyes.
Yeah, and Maurice is very tall, happy-go-lucky.
That's it. I forget his name. Maurice.
He's not physically around, is what you said.
No, not physically, but
energetically.
Yeah, and looking out across the world, if that makes sense, as in around somewhere. But
so how do you feel that it went today? I mean, this is the first one.
Well, as in, I've never experienced past life regression before, and funny that came up about that 4, could have been 5, but anyway, I just remember the house and I knew how old we were when we left and things, 8 when I left. Anyway, funny that came up. I don't know. Why am I saying funny that came up? It's something to do with. I don't know. I'm not surprised that came up. As in, there was a. That's been on my mind.
And do you think it's reassuring now, and it's actually confirmed that you were right?
Yeah, but also it's. Yeah. As I said to you previously when I got here, my wife's very dogmatic. It's when I hear her or anybody, but I'm not engaging in debate with anyone else. Just I'm that age now. I'm going, you think what you want to think, I'm off. But when I hear her go, once you know that's it, I'm going. As daft as it sounds, I actually question the love she has for me. I go, how on earth is all this a fluke? I've always said that. I've used those words. I'm going, how is. There's no way I can believe that this is all random. As in, I used to have a dream when I was a kid, that recurring dream. When you die, you go in a black hole, literally circular hole all the way down, cross-legged like that, just looking around, and that's it. Every second, every minute, every hour is exactly the same. It's dark. There's nothing. There's no food. There's nothing whatsoever. It's just darkness. But you get to live in that darkness. That's probably your own version of hell, maybe. But when she talks to me about when she's dead, you're gone. She bloody deflates me. I go, how on earth? Is there not just something there? I think there might be something with her, but she almost gets angry with it. She almost goes, yeah, well, I know what you're going to say, Wayne, but I'm not engaged in that debate. Anyway, put the TV on.
You'd have to consider it, and she's probably quite frightened of it.
Quite possibly so. I've thought that before, but she's hard as nails with that. She really is. It's almost. But yeah, each their own.